This video is brought to you by Bitbox NES Game Cases, the best way to display and store your classic NES games. So be sure to check out stoneagegamer.com/Bitbox. What's going on, gamers? This is John with Gamester81.com, and this is part 2 of my review of our Xbox One system. I'll put a link to part 2 here and as well as below in the description box. Part 1, I go over the unboxing. I talk about more detail about the overall system overview. In this video, I'll be showing the dashboard, a little bit more gameplay footage, as well as I'll end the video with my final thoughts and first impressions over the Xbox One. Let's go from there and show you the dashboards and gameplay. So once you turn on the system for the first time, you have to register the system. Basically, you have to put in your account information, register your Xbox Live account. If you don't already have an Xbox Live account, you can sign up for a new one. If you have an existing Xbox Live account through your Xbox 360, it's going to email you a confirmation code. You got to register for that, and all your achievements and gamer score, all that actually carries over to your Xbox One. You have to also make sure the Kinect is connected. This is kind of what the Kinect sees from the Kinect's point of view in my game room. And the nice thing is, as I mentioned, part 1, it's got a large wide-angle lens, so it can pick up everything. You don't need to worry about moving furniture. The first Kinect, I had to move my couch, everything in the room. Not so much the case with the new Kinect, and it films at 1080p, which is a nice fix as well. So basically, once you're done registering everything, it talks about the apps that you can get, different things, features for the Xbox One. And you can purchase the gold, like Xbox Live Gold account, for $59.99, or you can also, for the year, or you can charge $9.99 for each month. It depends on what you do. Benefits from Xbox Live Gold is you get two free games a month, and you have the opportunity to play online and stuff like that, which is a nice feature. So once you're logged in, it's going to take you to the dashboard here. And it shows you kind of a movie, a little sneak preview of games available for the Xbox One. I'll skip through that real quick. But here's the dashboard. It has your gamer score. On the left, some different apps. Quick, you have TV. This is a heavily focus on TV. I mean, I know Microsoft did a press release and talked about TV. Well, supposedly you can hook this up to your local cable provider. They want to have this kind of be almost like a TiVo, like a system to use to watch TV. I think they should really focus on this being a game machine first and foremost, but that's just my personal opinion. You have other different things. You have Xbox Video, Xbox Music, and this is a $9.99 a month. You can install this, and basically it's kind of like Pandora. Basically, you can stream music live, unlimited music, and all that good stuff live. Which, if you have Pandora, you can get it pretty much for free. But I'm not sure if $10 a month is necessarily a steal for music, streaming music, but it'll play to your dashboard here and all that good stuff. You can see different games, different snap picks, discover great apps and features. So there's kind of an app-based system. You can see this dashboard's different than the one available on Xbox 360. It has a little welcome video. It shows you kind of what's new with the Xbox One here. Different apps. You can do the NFL app. There's ESPN. You have Skype, which Microsoft purchased Skype a while ago. And you can chat with friends via your Kinect and through Skype, which is nice. You have Internet Explorer, so you can browse the web. Of course, there's a YouTube app. You can watch YouTube videos. There's also this Let's Get Started kind of video where it shows you, kind of welcomes you to Xbox One, gets you more acquainted with the system, kind of shows you what's new, shows you how to kind of navigate through.
We know you're ready to get playing, so we'll make this quick.
I encourage you guys
Here's a few
to get the
highlights
system.
of what's shiny and new on Xbox One.
It's definitely helpful. One cool thing through the Kinect, you can actually do voice commands as well. So you can do like Xbox, and it goes to movies and TV, and it will actually open up in voice command through the menu. It takes a little bit getting used to, but it does a pretty good job as far as recognizing words, which is nice. This is a Blu-ray. It does play Blu-ray. However, you need to download the app for free in order to play Blu-ray. It's always interesting because Blu-ray is actually a Sony product. You can do Netflix, of course, which is nice to have on the Xbox One. It downloads one at a time, but it puts in a queue. So once one's done downloading, it will download the other one. It depends on how fast your internet connection is as far as how fast these things actually download. Of course, I mentioned Skype before. You have Fox Now, Hulu, which is another video site you can watch videos on. Upload. This is a new thing that Xbox created where you can actually upload parts. You can film parts of your gameplay and upload it and share it to others. It's not necessarily a live stream, from my understanding. It's basically you just play and it pre-records it, records it, and then you share recording footage. Not like anything Twitch TV where you're actually recording live. Something that the PS4 can do. You can stream through Twitch TV and Ustream. But I believe they're going to eventually get to that point here on the Xbox One where you can actually stream games directly from your Xbox One rather than have to go through your computer. So you basically have movies and games. Here are different games available. Let's go check out some of the games they have available. Dead Rising 3. You can actually download games directly. You can do demos of games. Very similar to Xbox 360 if you're familiar with downloading games there. There's different Kinect Sports Rivals. This is a Kinect game available you can download for free. Different things like that you can get. So that's nice. Now, none of your games that you've downloaded previously on Xbox Live for your 360 on your account will carry over to the Xbox One. So I do want to clarify that. It doesn't carry over. Here, what else we have here? You can do search. You can do add-ons. New game releases. Xbox Fitness. Killer Instincts is an exclusive title. This is a free-to-play game, which is basically, you start with, my understanding, you start with one character, and you can purchase other characters to play. So it's kind of one of those, it's free to play, quote unquote, but you actually have to pay money if you actually want to really play the game. I think a lot of these games are going into free to play. In fact, a lot of these Xbox One games are you can purchase things like Rise. You can purchase items in Rise and different armor and stuff like that. And a lot of the games are, as I heard it, you can actually purchase cars. Now I've heard a rumor that there's one car you can actually purchase. It's like $400 US to purchase this car. Now, I'm not sure if that's true or not, but the fact that you have to purchase cars and with real currency, I think they're trying to do that to kind of go away from the whole losing money from used games aspect of things. So now you can see Rise, Son of Rum there, popping bottom. That's installation started. So you pop in a game, and the games actually install into the hard drive. Now, on the back of the games, it says you need around 40 gigs of internal hardware or gigs of memory to play these games, and it takes a while to install these games, up to 15 minutes. But the good thing is you can actually play the game while you're installing the disc. Another interesting thing about Xbox One is if I were to bring a game, say like Rise, to a buddy's house and he had an Xbox One, my disc will actually download into his hard drive as well. If I take the disc back, he can still play the game if he decides to unlock it by, quote, purchasing the actual game. So I'm not quite as sure if I'm a huge fan of that. I wish you could just play the game directly off of the disc like you were able to do before. And you'd think that because it's actually downloaded into the hard drive, that the games would be fast loading, right? Once you download it, you think it'd be fast, but that's not necessarily the case. These are just different achievements. You can kind of see what games you've played, different achievements for. Time remaining to download, 21 days. Yeah, it's not really going to take 21 days to download. It's just in the queue. Wolf Among Us, great game, just on a side note, just really good game. These are just different games of different completions and stuff like that that I've acquired through Xbox. So you can kind of see the achievements. Go through the friends and kind of see who's playing. Here's the whole upload thing. You can see your clips. You can upload to the studio. You can kind of see other people's clips from your friends, kind of share that. So that's kind of cool. Game DVR is basically what it is. It records it like a DVR. As I mentioned before, there are no video DVR, no TV DVR to this point on the Xbox One. So pretty easy for the most part to really get around. You have movies and TV. Of course, these cost money to download or stream. Different TV shows, Fast and Furious 6, stuff like that. Different TV shows you can download and movies. And you can search, of course, by title. So it's all-encompassing entertainment box, as you can see. Walking Dead is a great series. I just want to shout that out real quick. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely encourage check it out. So what we'll do now is we'll check out some gameplay footage of Rise and kind of see what it's all about and see how the graphics look on the system. Here is a look at the new Rise game. This is an exclusive title, and it's a launch title for the Xbox One. This is games only on the Xbox One. It seems to this point, there's a little bit more exclusives available for the Xbox One compared to the PS4. Games like this, including Dead Rising 3, along with Forza and stuff like that, are other games that are exclusive to the Xbox One. But to me, it kind of really depends on the exclusives. And this game's pretty decent. You can see the graphics, the attention to detail in the background. It's crisp and clear. There's no cloudiness or anything like that. There's scenes in the game where you can see birds flying in the background, and you can see the voice, like when they talk, it actually matches up really well, and the faces actually look up really well. This is games obviously taking place in the Roman Empire time frame. You play as this gladiator. Now this game you can play online in a kind of an arena setting as a gladiator, and it's pretty fun to play. This is a campaign. I understand the campaign. I haven't beat it yet, but I understand it's pretty short. It's about 6 to 7 hours to beat. But you can use the Kinect to do voice commands, stuff like that, little subtle things that you can do with the Kinect, but it doesn't really add anything to the gameplay. You don't necessarily need the Kinect to play this game per se. But one cool thing I noticed about Rise is that when you go to a cutscene from like this to actual gameplay in-game footage, you'll notice that's pretty seamless. A lot of games, you'll notice that there's a loading time and there's kind of a drop off in graphics. That's not so much the case. But again, look at the background there with the smoke and the bombs, and I mean, it looks really well, and the music is good. This gameplay is kind of like Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham City. It's a third-person, like a beat-em-up game, almost like God of War, but a little bit different. And there is like kind of a, you have to hit the buttons at certain times, kind of like God of War, but it's actually a lot more advanced than that. Notice when you're playing this game, there's executions that you can take and different button sequences you can do, and basically the goal is to kind of memorize those sequences, and you actually get more points for memorizing them, and so on and so forth. So this is the character you actually play as, and you'll see here, as I mentioned before, you go from pretty much a cutscene to game, and it's pretty seamless. It's pretty incredible, and this is a pretty gory game. So if you guys are, get sick to your stomach watching games like this, and this may not be the game necessarily for you, but I just kind of want to show you this particular game demo because I think that the graphics in this really show off the capabilities of the Xbox One. And I just want to say this too, because you look at games like Grand Theft Auto 5, you look at games like that have come out later on in the year of the life of the system, those graphics are so much better than the launch titles for the Xbox 360, for example. So I'm really curious and excited to see 3 to 5 years down the road when you start seeing games come out for the Xbox One in this new generation of consoles, the graphics, because these are only the first games coming out for us. So I'm sure the developers and programmers are still working out how to create the graphics and make them even better than this. Another thing I noticed is you get a lot of achievements in this game too, which initially anyway, and that's kind of cool. I always like getting achievements in games. Well, my overall impression, guys, of the Xbox One, I think it's got a lot of potential. I certainly do. I don't think Microsoft really helped themselves at all with the announcements. I don't think the name helps Xbox One. It's a poor choice of name, personally, I think. But I don't think that's going to affect it. I think bottom line, what determines how successful a system is, in my personal opinion, is the exclusive titles that it has. Because I think, honestly, both graphically, I think PS4 and Xbox One right now, graphically are pretty equivalent. And to the extent, PC games too. So it's really, to me, it's based on exclusivity. So I think the launch titles, I think they've got a lot more exclusive titles than PS4, for example. You have Rise, there's a Forza, there's some other games, you got series like Halo, obviously will come out for the system eventually. I'm sure Gears of War will eventually come out, new one for Xbox One. So there's some great exclusive franchises that are only on Xbox, which I think this is going to be a great system for. Dead Rising 3, for example, is only on the Xbox One. So that's cool. So it's definitely exclusive is going to help this. Dashboard, so as far as the dashboard goes, I think it's okay. They've kind of changed it quite a bit from the Xbox 360 to a point, getting less of the PC feel to more of a home interface feel. I think it's pretty easy to navigate around for the most part. It's pretty quick and pretty simple. And when you want to exit, I'm a big fan. I think the strongest point for Microsoft is their online play. Xbox Live obviously has been around for a while, since the original Xbox, and you can have more friends on Xbox One. My understanding is there's no limitations as far as you can only just have 100 friends. I think they've upped that quite a bit, which is nice for those who want more friends on their Xbox Live account. I like the fact that Xbox Live and your gamer score carries over to the Xbox One. That's a huge. It would suck to lose all that, obviously. So that's important to me. But it does cost more, of course, than the PS4. You're looking at, I think, $60 for a year subscription of Xbox Live Gold account. But overall, what do I think about the Xbox One? I think it's decent. I think it's a decent system. I think it's got some potential. I think the Kinect has some great potential. I've always been a bigger fan of the Xbox remote controller than the PS4 controller. Um, I think it's going to start off slower in sales wise than the PS4. I think it's just because of their policies that the recanting all that. I don't think they rub people the right way necessarily, so they got off a bad start. But I think at the end of the day, I think it will do well. I think both PS4 and Xbox One will probably be head to head for a while. And I think that's really healthy for the gaming industry. I think we need two powerhouses to do that, because if there wasn't competition, then the games wouldn't be as good. So that's kind of my overview of the Xbox One. I think it's too early to say it's going to fail, and it's too early to say it's going to do really great. It all, like I said, it all depends on the exclusive titles, and it's nice that you're able to play used games. I don't like the fact that it takes a long time to download games to the system. That's kind of frustrating. I mean, it can take up to 10 minutes or more, 10 to 15 minutes to start a game up. So hopefully they fix that, hopefully improve that. I think it needs to be less focus on all entertainment encompassing. I think Microsoft needs to focus on the gaming aspect first, and then focus on the entertainment aspect second. And if they do that, they'll succeed. Well, guys, that concludes my review over the Xbox One. I appreciate you guys watching both parts. If you guys want to stay in touch, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. I'll put links all below. Also, my website, Gamester81.com. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys soon, and happy gaming. Take care.